Hello everyone, welcome to Divine and Wild Tarot. In today's Pick a Card reading, we're going to go over what people's first impressions are of you. And if this is your very first time in this channel, I warmly welcome you to this community. I'm an energy reader and this channel is all about tarot readings, channel messages, and connecting with the divine. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. If you're totally new to Pick a Card specific videos, readings, all you have to do is pick a number between 1, 2, and 3 intuitively, or if you need visuals, we can look over here and pick a deck between this one, which is 1, 2, and 3. So visually pick a card that you're most drawn to, and that is going to be your reading. Then go down to the description box below. You'll find the timestamp correlating to the number that you chose, and that is where your reading will start today. All of this art you see in the studio that I'm currently in are all of my own paintings. So if you want to check them out close up, you can check it out in my online art gallery in the link below as well. And without further ado, let's start with group number 1. Hello group number 1, how are we all doing? Thank you so much for supporting this channel by simply being here. It means the world to me because this is currently a smaller channel, so every one of you guys count. Okay, so Spirit, what is people's first impressions of group number 1? You guys are romantic. You guys are daydreamers. You guys like to, you know, that Piscean energy, daydreamy, kind of like, yeah, I'm thinking about Rihanna for some reason. Rihanna, you know, she is a Pisces, very daydreamy. She turns her daydreams, like her visions, her fantasies inside into reality, and her whole life looks like a big fairy tale because, you know, you guys are just really good at turning something of, you know, a fantasy type of nature into the 3D realm, if that makes any sense. Regardless of how you live your life, you guys have that romantic air anyway. You guys have that sort of romantic vibe to your way of being. Maybe you guys attract a lot of partners, but more so, this is the first impression. It's like you guys are smooth talkers. You guys are good at talking and making people feel good, and you guys are kind of a flirt sometimes, and people are really excited to actually get to know you because they're excited to, you know, you give off that vibe where they feel like they're making a new friend and they're making a new, very valuable connection. That's what we are picking up on here today. Yeah, you guys just have something going on where you're just smooth. Your personality, the way you talk, something like that. Okay, so something else I see as a first impression of you guys is that energetically, energy is everything. People can feel it, it's there. People can see it, people can feel it, it's always there. So the energy that you give off as the first impression is that you take on a lot of things in life. You have a lot going on. You have a lot of projects happening, maybe on the side, that you're doing. You just got so much happening in your life. Projects, responsibilities, commitments, you have that energy when they're your first impression. So, and you know, friendly reminder, this is first impressions. We're not talking about what you actually are. This is just how people perceive you as the first glance, okay? All right, yeah, Knight of Cups. Yeah, steady wins the race here. Lovers. People, you know, sometimes are really quick to make romantic intentions with you, as in like they're like, ooh, maybe this is someone I can date. That's something, you know, thoughts like that. You guys are good with speech. You guys are good with articulating yourself. I do see that. For others of you in group number 1, I see you guys getting a lot of intuitive divination inspired thoughts as well. People can feel that you guys have a good connection with inspired action and inspired, how do I say this? It's just like when you walk into a room and you're just fully powerful and people notice your power and people notice your way of being that is very present and very attractive. It's attractive what you guys have going on with how strong of your energy is. And you know, when someone just has a lot going on, you can just feel it. You know, their mind is kind of buzzing around, and their energy is also buzzing around, because just life is happening through you. Life is just happening, period. And you guys have that energy going on for you guys. Yeah, passion, romantic side. You guys have the energy. What can I say on YouTube? Anyway, sexual energy. You guys have that energy going on where it's more sensual, but at the same time, you guys are passionate as well. So the passion side comes with all the, you know, the projects that you're involved in, life that you live. You guys are active. A lot of you guys in group number 1 have, you know, a nice body. It's fit. And it's got a nice, that's like a nice skeletal structure that you guys have. You know, it's proportionate, and yeah, people notice that. They notice your passion. They notice your, you know, love for the things that you end up doing. King of Cups. That says to me, you know, there's that emotional depth as well, which I'm not surprised, because you guys have that depth within you that people also pick up on. I mean, yeah, based on everything that we've already seen here. Yeah, emotional and in tune with things. You know what you want, and you're gonna get it. And you just, your energy seems a little fragmented, though. That's the one thing that's people notice as well, which is interesting. Yeah, you're sometimes really in your head space, but then people can notice when you drop down into your heart space, when you start actually talking from your heart. And most of the time you do talk from your heart, which makes it so alluring, makes it so, you know, captivating when you do speak from the heart, because you're actually genuinely expressing yourself and expressing your thoughts and expressing, you know, your whole existence. So there is this respect that people have for you guys when they first meet you, that first impression that they have on you guys is that, yeah, stuff are happening for you, and you know what you want. You have a healthy level of emotional balance that you allow yourself to feel, because some people are just so emotionally suppressed, and you guys are far from that. Okay, so that's one thing that stands out with you guys, is you guys, you know, wear your, you know, emotions on your sleeve, and you are able to harness that energy from the universe and with your emotions to, you know, live your life, and also passionately go about your projects and the things that you end up doing. I feel like for the ladies that are watching this, you guys just are so adorable, and I'm imagining, like I'm seeing someone just delicate but so beautiful. And it's not that you're weak, it's not at all. You guys are very strong. You guys know exactly what you want, and you guys are adorable and pretty, and just, you guys have a lot going on, because you have that daydreamy and butterflies and rainbows and unicorns kind of energy and look and vibe to you guys. But at the same time, and what else you guys got going on is this really confident, and you have all that delicacy with you, but you also have this confidence that you hold all of these things together. So sometimes you can come off intimidating, because you're like a full package almost to some people's eyes, and you just have a lot going on. Just so pretty and so adorable. And, you know, you have your passions, you have your delicate internal, you know, your emotions. And at the same time, you know what you want. You're going to ask for what you want, and you're also going to say no to the things that you don't want. And you give off that energy, whether you actually do that or not. This is the energy that people see you as, that you just have, you know, you just sit up straight, you stand tall, and you look good. And at the same time, you hold yourself head high, and people don't want to cross you, basically. Yeah, so we already covered this from briefly earlier. Page of Cups talks about how well you are good at communicating yourself and communicating your thoughts and communicating, articulating what you're thinking, and you're just good at, you know, small talk. Some of you guys are, when you're in the zone, you're really good at, you know, first impressions. And generally this first impression that most people get from you is highly positive. I would say it's 90, 95, 96 100% positive. The only thing that people are like, oh, what's going on here, is that sometimes you overburden yourself, is that people can feel that you're like doing too much, is that, you know, you're taking on too much, and they can feel the stress coming off of you and your body sometimes. You know, everything's energy. Like I was saying, you know, there's no such thing as like, you know, people can deny it all they want, but energy is real. And that's one thing that some people can, you know, pick up on when they are, you know, feeling you out and getting to know you for the first time. But regardless of that, most of everything here is highly, highly positive. People think you're very passionate. You're very, emotionally alluring as well. You got that going on, but at the same time, you're very straightforward and you know what you want. And you're not going to waste your time. And you're good at talking to people and making new friends and making sure everyone is having a good time. You know, whenever they're around you, they're going to have a good time. And you're good at talking, you're good at, you know, making conversation, and you're good at, you know, just connecting with people in general. Group number 1. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, okay, well, I guess that kind of is based off of, we're adding to the Queen of Swords energy, which you are, and you guys are able to just break through the truth and not take any BS, and you're able to actually, you know, cater to you, and people can feel that you've done a lot of self-love. People can feel that you take care of yourself first and foremost before anyone else. So you guys are quite the queens in this group number 1. And if you're a guy watching this, I feel like I covered a lot on the girl side, but for the boys that are watching this, very similar. You guys have this air of confidence. You guys are super friendly, give off a soft, vulnerable side that people can feel. And at the same time, they know that they can't treat you like a doormat. They know that your head is held high, and you know what you want, and you have stuff going on in your life, and you're not going to let anyone sway you from your path. That's sort of the first impression that they get from you. It's almost this like, I'm seeing like this city vibe person, like, you know, the city goer that is, what is a city goer, right? Someone that is just, you know, got goals, or they're aiming towards something, they're going, but at the same time, if they stumble upon someone that is, you know, they're just find themselves in a conversation with, they're gonna stop and actually be present with you. But you can tell that they got somewhere to go. You know when you're like in a conversation, but then you can feel like they're like trying to wrap it up or something, but at the same time, they're being ultra friendly, and they're still talking to you, and they're making sure that, you know, it's, you know, they're not rushing it too much, but you can tell they got that rushed vibe in their voice, and they just need to go somewhere. You guys have that I need to go somewhere energy as well. Spirit wants to add. I feel like I've said this a million times now, but you guys know what you want, and you guys take good care of yourself. I feel like people get, that vibe from you guys, that you do take very good care of yourself, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Just a lot of self-love cards, which is great. You guys have a lot of self-love cards, and, you know, you have this purity in you. It's like, you guys are very complex creatures, aren't you? There's a lot going on in the first impression for you guys. The breath is a vital bridge between your body and soul. So, you're able to connect. I think this is about the emotions again. We're just reconfirming what we got earlier about the King of Cups situation, where you wear your heart in your sleeve and you are expressive. You know, the way you talk with your hands, the way you move, the way you express yourself, you are an expressive individual. So there's that going on as well. That's your reading group number 1. I hope you enjoyed it, found it insightful, and if you did, consider giving it a giant thumbs up. If you want to give back in any way, shape, or form to this channel, you can check out all of my links in the description box below. Otherwise, I'll see you in another video. Bye for now. Hello group number 2, how are we all doing? Thank you so much for supporting this channel by simply being here. It's a smaller channel right now, so every one of you guys count. And let's find out today what people's first impressions are of you. Let's see. Inspired. You guys are inspired individuals. Artists, I want to say. I mean, at the end of the day, we are all artists. We are all creative in our own way. That's how creation happens, and that is worshiping and honoring the divine feminine is that creativity. But specifically, group number 2, you guys, that stands out in your existence. That stands out in the way you are as a person. You guys have very good visions of your life. You guys have very good people can see that you have a lot of plans for your life. People can see that you have a lot of creative energy and a lot of passion and a lot of thoughts and energy to share with the world. Whether this is true or not, this is absolutely just simply the first impression that people have of you when they first encounter you, first get to know you, right? So that stands out the most is your passion, your fire energy, your love for something, your love for life, your love for your projects, your love for your loved ones. There is a huge element of fire in the way that you are, which is your first impressions here. I do see some of you guys, when you first meet someone, are quite reserved. You like to just kind of feel out the energy, or you don't really bother entertaining everyone when, I mean, sometimes you're never going to see these people ever again. So there's a level of that as well, and people can see that. People realize that, and sometimes they don't even bother approaching you because you have that intimidating. It's not even intimidating. It's more like, okay, well, I'll let that person just be. You know, it's a decision you make, and that's totally okay to just kind of be on the sidelines and kind of be quieter because, well, you have a lot going on in your mind. You guys have a lot of things you want to do in your life and in your future, so you're more, you know, focusing on what you want to achieve and how you can achieve it, and, you know, all of the above. So people can see the first impression with you is that you're a little bit more reserved, and, you know, you keep to yourself and you spend time and energy with the people that you feel like is necessary. It's a necessity thing, not a, you know, like, oh, I'll just be. Group number 1 was super just out there and a whole lot more social, but with you guys, group number 2, you have that reserved side of the way you are. And when you do let someone in, they can feel your heart. They can really feel your care for them. They can really feel that you really open the doors for them energetically. And we have a lot of aces here. So there's, you know, this newness, there's this just freshness of you that people feel about you. And when they're around you, that's their first impression, is that there's just, it's a fresh energy. It's really nice. It's really calming. It's really beautiful. It's soothing the way you guys are. Interesting. Okay. Right. So some people feel really tempted to be with you. They feel really tempted to have a passionate, you know, connection with you. Because there's just so much, there's fire, there's emotions. It's like you guys and you guys aren't, you know, just out there hoeing around. You guys are actually, you know, picky, and you guys think about what you do. You guys think about who you want in your life. And so not everyone gets the pass to come into your life or interact with you, for the matter of fact. And so the people that you do let in, they're already immediately super tempted to, you know, get passionate with you, get hot and heavy with you. There's that element to that for sure. So what is that about? What's going on here? Okay, well, Spirit isn't going super deep into that, are we? We're already going to another topic here. All right, let's just keep going. So yeah, there is that level of temptation that people have with you. And they feel like you guys are just really attractive people in general. Like your first impression, like people just find you sensual, and the way you hold yourself is just really nice. And floaty and attractive and graceful. There's that as well. And if you're a man, the same thing. You get graceful, attractive, alluring, wondering if there's any chance for them to connect with you deeper. There's those thoughts coming up when people first encounter you. Again, we're touching on just ideas upon ideas. You guys have that internal energy where it's very, you direct your energy inside of you because you just have so much going on inside. So, I mean, I feel like an advice coming up for you guys as well is to, you know, write down all your ideas, because, I mean, if it's all living inside of you, then it's just inside of you, and you're just gonna, it's just not, you know, when you think of something, when you do something in your life, you want to put it out into this reality, you know, put it out there. These things you think about is meant to be expressed in your lifetime, so you don't want to just hold it in or just kind of let passing thoughts just exist in your mind and in your soul. You want to express everything that you have to give in this lifetime so that you can, you know, live a healthy life and live a, you know, mentally, physically, spiritually, have that balance in your life, because I feel like some of you guys are not expressing enough and you guys have a lot going on, and that's just something that will be really healthy for you guys, is to simply express. Like, is there something you want to say to someone? Say it. Is there a project that you want to dabble in it? And if there's, you know, something that you want to create it, because what is it doing just living in your head? Or living inside of you. It's just in there. It's not, no one else is experiencing it besides you. Life happens outside of you. Life doesn't happen inside of you. So let it out. So that's a massive point that people feel already from you guys, is that you have a lot of ideas, lots of inspiration, lots of intelligent ways of thinking, and very brilliant ideas and potential projects to be created from your inspired ideas and thoughts. So powerful stuff, group number 2. First impressions, please. Right, yeah, okay, you guys have this slow and steady air to you guys, on top of like everything that's going on, which makes sense because I already got that vibe that you guys like to tread lightly and tread slowly as well. Reserved, we went over that, and so you like to just balance out what's going on, like seeing, you know, the situation for what it is, and then really making the decision based off of everything that you've already factored in. So that is something that people notice, is that you do take things nice, slow, and steady. And that you live in your mind a lot. You like to ponder things a lot and contemplate a lot as well. People do notice that as the first impression. Okay. And you like things to be fair. People can feel that. There is this balance, there's this gentle energy that is you guys, group number 2, that it's gentle, it's fair, it's balanced. There's the yin and the yang, and then there's the slow and the fast whenever is appropriate. And that's something that makes you guys super attractive too, is because you guys have that balance. You know, some people can be super chaotic and hasty. You guys are totally the opposite of that. Just calm, cool, collected. You guys have just so much fire and passion inspired. Like, my head feels hot just tapping into you guys' energy. So yeah, lots of brain activity, whether it's thinking about, you know, your life or a project or just a new idea just sparking up inside your brain. Just, it's all happening in there, and people can feel that. So but when you let people in, and when you do choose to open up to, you know, someone new, they can feel how caring you are and how open you are, and they are super grateful for that. And the way you open up your heart almost seems like an invitation to connect deeper. So it's just, I mean, it is what it is. Whether you guys intend it to be like that or not, it's just how people see you in terms of first impressions. Yeah, again, we have more wands energy. So that tells me, yeah, passion on passion, strength on strength, and you guys just have this very headstrong, you guys know what you want, you're gonna go after it, you're not gonna, and you're also fair, you're also have integrity, you guys like to stick to your words, and you don't say stuff just to say stuff, you say stuff when there is actual meaning or purpose behind, you know, something. Like you don't just have a random conversation just to have a random conversation. Like you connect with people because there's a purpose, or you feel like they can benefit you somehow, or you know there's an equal exchange of energy, and that it feels, and when it feels absolutely right. Yeah, again, what was I saying about all the ace energy? You guys have that fresh air to you. Your energy feels just, there's this newness to it, you know? Some of you guys might be Aries, I want to say, because Aries have that childlike, almost naive spirit that they embody, and you guys have that regardless of zodiac signs and energy. You know, what's going on here is that you just are a sunlight. You guys look like a nice soft sunlight. When you look at this card, it's very soft, it's a soft energy. Hopefully it focuses, and there's children in there, and the grass is green, and I mean, besides just so calm as well. This meadow is so calm, and the lake is calm. You guys are calm, and at the same time you guys are the representation of this imagery of just green, lush, and just children having a great time by the lake, and you know, coming up with inspired actions, just not letting, you know, the jadedness that comes with the trials and tribulations of life. So it's a beautiful energy that you guys truly, truly hold, and that people notice when they first see you. Jeez, okay. Okay, all right, so we're beginning to repeat ourselves here. So soul solitude in this, yeah, you guys are reserved. You guys, we went over this, reserved, and you guys like to, you know, keep to yourself because you have all these, look at this imagery. This is a beautiful way to explain it. You guys have all these cogs turning inside of you. It's just clicking and clicking all day, every day. You guys have this universe inside of you that you tap into every day and all day, a lot of the times. And you guys just know what's going on. You guys are just very contemplative of your goals and your plans, your projects, your dreams, all of that. You just have a lot of internal dialogue and internal, you know, interaction with you and yourself. There's a lot of that going on, and people can tell. So a really healthy thing to do here is to let it all out, okay? So that's your reading, group number 2. That is the message I have. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, consider giving it a giant thumbs up. And if you want to give back in any way, shape, or form to this channel, you can find out all the links in the description box below. Otherwise, I'll see you in another reading. Bye for now. Hello, group number 3. How are we all doing? Thank you so much for supporting this channel by simply being here. It's a smaller channel at this very moment, so every one of you guys counts. So let's find out what people's first impression is of you. We already had a card pop out as I was saying that, so very light, fun energy you guys have, don't you? This is a fairly deep card. Like these cards go deep, like in terms of like explaining what's going on. And of all the cards we got the most sort of light, fun-hearted card, the comic here. You guys are funny, you guys are jokers, you guys are light-hearted, just free-spirited individuals that are in group number 3 here. The Village, you guys are really good at connecting with people. I feel like you guys, group number 3, have a good, healthy social circle, whether you realize it or not, which is absolutely beautiful. People can see that, and they feel like you guys achieved a lot of things. That's the first impression people have of you, that you have a great sense of community, a great sense of humor, a great sense of life, and you know, you have good possessions too. Like some of you guys have worked really hard to earn what you have, and actually to have what you have. You guys maybe have cars, houses, stuff like that, and people can really tell that you have, you know, made stuff happen in your life. the comic. That's about, you know, lightheartedness. It's, you know, you understand you've gone through so much in life that you understand that having fun and connecting with people and having a good time is what actually really matters. So that is super cool. I love you guys' energy. It's really fun. It's light, but also very strong as well. It's a strong energy that you guys have as your first impression, because you've gone through so much in life and that you've achieved so much in life as well. You've just a whole list of experiences behind your back that people can feel, and they're like so amazed by you. They're so amazed by what you've done and what you have, and beyond all that, you've been able to achieve this level of just having fun at the same time. Because, you know, sometimes people go through life and they just get jaded and hurt and sad and resentful, but you guys are so opposite from that. You guys are able to take what you've learned from life and actually take out and extract out all the great things that life have to offer and learn from it very powerfully. Like, life is simple. It's about having good times, collecting memories, traveling, and experiencing life, doing activities, hanging out with your loved ones, being with your loved ones, and understanding that, you know, life isn't all about money. Life isn't all about material possessions. Life isn't all about, you know, the next goal. I mean, goals are really important, but I think you guys know what I'm saying. You know that people sometimes get really hooked in and just really just lost in the sauce with the material side of life. The, you know, all of that, social media, you know, all of those things. And what actually brings happiness and what makes life a good time is you having fun with the people that you love and creating memories with the people that you love. The village, community. So yeah, you guys feel like your first impression, people feel like you have a very solid support system, is because you guys have really great friends, and people can feel that. You know, when someone is just sort of a lone wolf, a loner, like that is an energy that is very specific as well, so people can feel that. Yeah, you guys have a lot going on. I feel like you guys have achieved so much in life, and people can see that right away. People can tell that you've gone through a lot, that you have done a lot, that you know a lot, that you've achieved a lot, that you have just gone through life, okay, in a very positive way. I mean, positive or negative, take it however it resonates. It's just the impression that they get on you is that you've gone through things, and you've come out in such a beautiful way. You know, some people can come out of the trials and tribulations of life and look like a mess, and they're just, you know, everyone is, you know, on the right path and on the journey that they're meant to be on, and the path that you guys are on. You just seem to have a really great head on your shoulders, and you are able to see the positive side of things and very productively learn from all the things that you have done in your life. So beautiful. The poet. You're able to harness, like I was saying, you're able to harness things in life and then actually transmute it into something really beautiful. You know how singers, songwriters, they go through something and they write and sing about it. You guys have that really awesome, great knack for transmuting life experiences into art. You guys have that very powerfully. Whether you guys realize it or not, you guys really do have that. And that's also something that people notice about you as the first impression they have on you, is that you are poetic. You are able to turn something bad into something good. And that's what makes you really stand out as well. This is a very specific energy and people love it. Okay. Connected. You guys are able to, interesting. All right, there's a lot going on here. The threshold speaks about you guys coming into, okay, yeah, because this is another way of explaining it. You guys have all this darkness that may have happened in the past, any hardships, and you guys are able to just see it for what it is and walk through it into the light and into the, you know, new, fiery, exciting journey that is your next chapter in life. And people can see that you do that all the time. Some people get trapped in this darkness. People sometimes are just in that darkness and they dwell in it. Whereas you guys are able to see the light, find it, and go towards it. See the light and actually step forward into it. So that's the first impression people have on you guys. It's beautiful. You guys have beautiful eyes. You guys have a beautiful soul. People can see that. People can see the wisdom and just beautiful things happening inside of you. So much depth, so much beauty, so much creativity, so much wisdom through your eyes. All of that is happening when they first encounter you, group number 3. First impressions. Oh my gosh, just again and again and again. Okay, all right, let's go over it more. Why not? Let's go over all of this more. First impressions, you guys have a really giving heart. You guys have, because you know what it's like to be sad, you know what it's like to be lonely, you know what it's like to have a heartbreak. You guys just know like all those things, and people can see that you have a lot to share, a lot of wisdom to share. Some of you guys are leaders, some of you guys are able, like, have a following and they really listen to you, or just people come to you for advice. I feel like that's what people pick up on you, that you're a really great person to come to for advice. And again, we have you sometimes going through the not so fun parts of life, and you're able to literally just flip it upside down and start flying and soaring and seeing, just really rebirthing yourself in so many ways. That is absolutely so powerful. Whatever you guys are doing, you're doing it well, because your first impression on people is so powerful and so inspiring and so impactful as well. People, you are impacting lives just by being who you are and doing what you do, transmuting your bad things into good things and turning your the things that you've gone through in life and transmuting that into art. That is a powerful, specific message for you guys. Group number 3. Darkest fears. You're able to see fear right in the eye and actually conquer it. People feel like their first impression when they observe you, that you're able to be an absolute king or queen when it comes to conquering fear. You guys are brave, courageous, and you guys know they know that wisdom and the truth and divinity is working through you stronger than your fears and your doubts. So you guys are highly powerful individuals. I gotta say. Okay. Seahorse spirit. Okay. You guys are agile. You guys have a really, well, I'm not surprised, because a lot of this is quite, you know, fiery, rambunctious, just fun energy that you first give off, definitely. So the hummingbird, sorry, I think this is, excuse me, I need water, but I don't have water. Okay, I'm okay. Nightingale, when I look at this bird, it's fast. And seahorses, small and delicate, but absolutely so important to the food chain. And Nightingale spirit, love is all around. You guys like to give love and be a part of a loving community and be a loving person. And you're patient, and it's like there is just so much wisdom working through you and so much like experience of life working through you. It's this balanced parallax of fun, spontaneity, but it's not naive. There is no naivety in what you guys embody. It's that you have all this wisdom and you know when to be patient, you know when to not act, but you also know when to act as well. So you guys are seemingly spontaneous, but you're actually not. Like, everything is thought out and you checked in with yourself. Nothing about the way you live your life or the decisions you make are hasty, or you really know what's right for your life, and you know what's right for the people around you. So there is that wisdom that's constantly working through you, with you as well, and people can feel that. So that's your reading, and that's the message I have for you guys. Group number 3. I hope you enjoyed it and found it insightful. If you did, consider giving it a giant thumbs up. If you want to give back to the channel in any way, shape, or form, feel free to check out all the links I have below in the description box below, and please binge my content if you like this style of reading. Bye for now.